Well, the news at this hour, the High Court in Johannesburg has dismissed Thabo Bester and Dr. Nandipha Magudumana's urgent application to interdict the airing of a Showmax tracking Thabo Bester documentary. The two were seeking to interdict the entertainment giant MultiChoice's online subscription video on demand services, Showmax, in fact, from broadcasting the documentary tracking Thabo Bester. The four-part series is expected to premiere later today. Bester and Magudumana say their rights will be violated should the documentary be broadcast. MultiChoice opposed the application. Right, so for more on the story, let's bring in SABC News reporter Mbalenhle Mthethwa. Mbalenhle, good afternoon. Perhaps you could sum up what transpired today.
Well, certainly, Liesl, what we have heard from Judge Stuart Wilson is that there is no legal basis, or rather no basis in law to which the application can be granted. And what this essentially means is that the two parties, that is Dr. Nandipha Magudumana's legal representatives as well as Thabo Bester's legal representatives, could not prove to the court as to how the airing or the broadcasting of this documentary could prejudice them or even impair the administration of justice. Their request to the court was to interdict the airing of the documentary until such a time the court has heard evidence that they will then deliver in the trial that is underway in Bloemfontein. However, this application was dismissed. We also heard in some of the heads of arguments a request that the producers of that documentary should have been in touch and in contact with the two suspects who are appearing in court right now, and unfortunately that was not sufficient. And the judge there saying that, you know, in order for this matter to be granted, it should not be based on speculation, but it should be proven that the airing of the documentary would indeed impair on the administration of justice, and saying that the reason that this application was brought before this court is due to a generalized anxiety from the applicants and a sense of being aggrieved over the fact that they were not given an opportunity to give their own responses or right of reply. And shortly after hearing that judgment, or after that judgment was handed down, we spoke to Thabo Bester's legal attorney, who said that they will be bringing forward or producing their own documentary where they will also set the record straight. I'm actually just trying to get a response and reaction from them. I'm going to step out of the shot to see if, oh yes, there he is done. And this is my guest at this hour, who is going to speak to us on the outcome of that court hearing we just heard. Thank you again for taking the time to speak to us. How do you feel about the outcome of court? Do you feel that you did your best in terms of, presenting the arguments before this very court?
Look, dismayed, but we ensured that we exercise the right in terms of Section 34 to access courts when you are aggrieved. And we did exactly that. We presented a case where we're dealing with competing rights, freedom of speech on the one hand and right to a fair trial on the other. The court made its ruling, and it's almost 5-2 screening or broadcasting of the docu-series, so there's nothing much that we can do.
In one of your heads of arguments, your client argued that Showmax was going to profit off of a documentary that was not commissioned by herself, and there was no consultation process with the person the documentary is purporting to be about. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, look, it's a well-known issue that Showmax is a commercial entity, and having shot this docu-series, they have subscribers, millions of subscribers. They're going to pocket the money using her images. Forget about the story. Using her images, which they say it's there in the public space. Well and good, but she will get her own, space where she's going to also give her side of the story through a documentary.
I'm just going to play devil's advocate here. Do you perhaps feel that bringing this urgent application to the court has somewhat been a marketing, it wasn't your intention, but it was an unintentional way of marketing the documentary, because maybe people didn't know about it, but now that it's in the news and, it's been to the courts and everything, people are now a little more eager to watch?
Look, to us it was not about that. To us it was about asserting our clients' rights. Fair trial is a sacrosanct right. You don't look at peripheral issues as to what would happen in the event. Even if they were to remember what we seek, the relief that we seek was simply to be allowed access to preview. Once we've previewed, we would then make a determination of whether or not there's prejudice. They could well and good, playing devil's advocate as well, they could well and good have not been any prejudice, whether potential or real, which would have still led to the broadcast of the docu-series. So to us, really, that is a peripheral issue, and we didn't even consider it.
Please confirm for our viewers, you did say off camera that Dr. Nandipha Magudumana would be producing her very own documentary.
Yes, definitely. She has to, at some point, she has to give her own side of the story. All that is out there playing in the media is in my view, including the docu-series, it's but fiction. So let's hear from her. She has the right to say what really transpired.
Thank you so much. There you have it. The attorneys representing Dr. Nandipha Magudumana is saying that the doctor will indeed be releasing her own documentary and giving her side of the story, and what is already in the public domain is merely just fiction.